The PHED Minister Jacob Zhimomi has responded to allegations of fund misuse levelled by a group called the Nagaland Transparency, Public Rights Advocacy and Direct Action Organisation. The charges were reported in the local media on Sunday, October 20. The group alleged irregularities and misuse of funds to the tune of Rs 1,712 crore related to the implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission. In this regard, Minister Jacob Zhimomi spoke to HornbillTV to clarify the matter. He clarified that contrary to the allegations, the funds in the report have not even been received and that the department was not directly responsible for the implementation of the JJM. He said that JJM was in fact one of the success stories of Nagaland. Zhimomi said an SIT committee would be constituted to investigate into the claims made by the group and TPRADAO. He said it is good that such revelations have been made because the public needs to know. However, he expressed hope that the allegations had not been made to tarnish his reputation.
Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV. The Jal Jeevan mission was started in the year 2019 in the second term of Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government. Well, this is his third term and the Jal Jeevan mission seems, or rather wants to connect each rural household with tap water connectivity. Well, Nagaland woke up to some big allegations as to the misuse of funds in the Jal Jeevan mission scheme. But then, to answer these questions, Hornbill TV is here today to speak with the concerned minister, Mr. Jacob Zhimomi, who is also the PHED minister. And these allegations that Nagaland woke up to and also which people read in the papers today, we have some direct questions to the minister. So we will directly find out as to whether such claims are repressible or rather they are accepted. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on Hornbill TV. So, in the morning, Nagaland woke up to claims of such that there is about 1,700 crore misuse in the Jal Jeevan mission. So, do you accept these claims or do you refute it? And what is your view on this? Because according to the paper, they have claimed that there was a misuse and they have also cited that the Chief Minister should ask for your resignation. So, what is your point of view, sir?
Everyone has a right to question the government departments if they feel so. I read this paper in the morning talking about the misappropriation of funds in the implementation of Jal Jeevan mission in the state of Nagaland. We are a liberal democratic nation. Everybody has a right to question and learn at the same time. I'm happy that Hornbill TV is here to get the first-hand report from me about the implementation of Jal Jeevan mission in the state of Nagaland. It's good that it is in public domain, and every subsequent day there is an allegation in the government departments. So today it is my turn, the PHED department, and since I am in charge of the department in the state, I am happy to share the relevant issues in the public domain. This was an allegation to the PHED department, and I want to dwell on these allegations. It has been a success story as far as implementation of Jal Jeevan mission in the state is concerned. We have reached 92% as mentioned by them correctly, and many districts had implemented as expected. We have the third party to assess the implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission as required and mentioned in the guidelines under the Ministry of Jal Shakti while implementation of Jal Jeevan mission for the completion report. It is not done by us, and this report has been submitted to the ministry, is all physical report, and I'm happy that our department has exceedingly done well the implementation of the Jal Jeevan works as mandated by the guidelines of the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Work was implemented by civil participation in all the villages. It was done by the water and sanitation committees, supervised by the department in all the divisions of the state, the 12 divisions that we have, though we have more districts now. So accordingly, work has been done. There are some issues which I want to share with all of you. Our work was to give tap water, tap connections, facilities to each and every household in the rural villages in the state. Jal Jeevan Rural is only meant for rural areas and not urban areas. So accordingly, tap connections has been done in almost all the rural villages, all the household. You see, our job as per the guideline was to give pipe connection to each household. One pipe connection to each household, and not as speculated in the newspaper this morning by NTPRA. Is such a long abbreviation. Some transparency public groups. So it's good, they should also know. I'm happy that I'm being able to explain this. Our job was to give pipe connections, tap connections to each household. We have done that. And as mandated by the guidelines, in some difficult terrains, we have done cluster program for 3-4 household, one collective point. It's mandated by the guidelines under Jal Jeevan mission. So they are very tough terrains, difficult areas. So on issues like that. But to give connection to bathroom, to toilets, to kitchen is the prerogative of the household owner. Our job is to give one pipe tap connection. Our expenditure was up to that work. So augmentation inside the house should be done by the household. Our duty is to provide tap facility, one tap facility to each household, and that has been completed. So this is one area I would like to also share. Public should be aware of it, because they have mentioned in the newspaper that there should be tap connection in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in other places as well. It's good, and we should have we should ask the government, also request the government, but we don't have internal revenue to spend on all those facilities. These are all central project funded schemes, as correctly said as the pet program of Honorable Prime Minister of India. This is the 5th year running. We are concluding with the Jal Jeevan phase 1 rural. The second issue is that pipe facility, tap connection has been done, but there is no water, and citizens are thinking what a big scam this is. On those lines I'm sure they have written asking the government, the department to clarify. It is good they have asked. They should also learn and know what the department is supposed to be implementing. There is pipe facility, but there is no water. So our Jal Jeevan in the first phase was to give pipe water, pipe facility to each and every household. So many villages in the state, they don't have access to bulk water. That is one genuine issue. So even though pipe has been laid, there is no water. These are being faced by many states in the country, especially the hill states. So this we are taking up in the second phase. We have asked the Government of India and the Ministry of Jal Shakti to look into this issue and incorporate this issue in the next phase. We have already written, we have already discussed this in the conference, Water Ministers Conference, which I also raised in the last concluding of the last tenure. So I urge through this medium to the Ministry of Jal Shakti to look into this aspect, because we need as mentioned, we need to focus on source sustainability wherever it is available. Secondly, we need to have access to bulk water, especially in the hill states we are facing this issue. So in the first phase, this was not covered, unlike other states. Arunachal got almost 5,000 crore. Nagaland we got very less. So everything depends on the budget. So we are being able to only implement the first phase, the laying of a pipeline, taps in each household, and also, as I mentioned, the cluster programs, which is permissible. And so bathroom, toilet, kitchen is not within our purview. That's the prerogative of the household owner. Our responsibility is to provide tap connection, one tap connection to each household. So that was the issue. So we have asked the ministry, I request the ministry for source sustainability, which is in the pipeline, and also have the scheme of access to bulk water, because in many rural villages we have this issue, it's a very pertinent issue. So in the second phase, hopefully we should cover this issue and resolve this issue at the earliest.
All right. So also in the report, there are allegations that the quality of the pipes are not up to standards. These are some of the allegations written here, sir. So on this aspect, would you want to respond to it, sir?
You see, all the products used as far as Jal Jeevan mission is concerned, all these pipes and other fitting products, they're all ISI certified. It's one of the top, from one of the top manufacturing units in the country. We have taken the products. So there's no question of inferior quality materials and products being used while implementing Jal Jeevan mission. It is the 5th year running. So I'm sure, natural issues are there where it's prone to some, formation of rusting, things like that, where there is a continuous rainfall. Hill states, we have those issues as well. So, but as far as we are concerned, we have the inspection board clearing all the products as per desired in terms of quality and quantity. These are all being addressed, and we are very strict in monitoring all these issues. And so I think this should not be an issue of discussion. I have full confidence in this.
So you were just talking about the implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission, where you have stated that your department, the PHED, is responsible for the implementation, but then you've got a third party. So just for the Naga
verification,
just for the Naga public. So who is it that actually implements the JJM, and is it like another party doing it, or how does this implementation of the scheme work, sir?
You see, government cannot be a contractor. We are a welfare state, welfare government. We cannot do contract works. All these works were done as per the guidelines of the Ministry of Jal Shakti to implement Jal Jeevan mission. And each village in Nagaland has a water and sanitation committee. And we can give it to contractors as well. But department, we decided that it is better to have public participation from the village itself. So there is a convener of water and sanitation committee in each village and members. So they are the one with involvement of the villages. They are implementing the Jal Jeevan projects in their own respective villages. So payments are being made to water and sanitation committees through each division, the 12 districts. It is government, and department has no hand in it. Department has to pay to the water and sanitation committees and to the contractors if it is involved. So when I say contractors, it is decided by water and sanitation committees for contractors as well. If they want to do it themselves, we have absolutely no issue. We never had any issue to confront them. If they had taken a joint decision to give it to the contractor, it was up to them. Department level was to supervise, and third party inspection. On the basis of that, certification was given. All DCs were, all deputy commissioners of each district are members in the implementation of Jal Jeevan mission in all the districts of Nagaland. So there is no question of misuse of funds by the department. Absolutely not. ISI certified products, third party inspection, work is being implemented by water and sanitation committees, civil participation, villagers, so to develop a sense of ownership on the assets created by the government of India. So as per the guideline, all these issues were taken and implemented.
All right, so another serious allegation. Nagaland being, like you said, it's a welfare state. We depend on the center for basically most of our funds. In another allegation that was there in the paper today, they have also stated that the 15th Finance Commission had commissioned about rupees 120 plus crores. So, so you being the minister of this particular department, so you received that much, and then there are allegations now coming up. So, could you like paint us a reality as to what is actually happening, sir?
It's good you asked me this particular grant issue of 15 Finance Commission. You see, there are certain guidelines followed by Niti Aayog,
Okay, sir.
and the Niti Aayog had decided to keep some portion of funds, percentage of funds for water and sanitation under Panchayati Raj system. 15% I think they kept in from Niti Aayog, you're correct. So this fund is meant to implement for water supply projects and sanitation. So they have I also read that statement. So grants under the 15th Finance Commission meant for water supply and sanitation is not implemented by PHE. This grant is used and implemented by Rural Development Department, Government of Nagaland. So this is not in our domain. So I cannot comment how they have done and in what manner they have implemented. We have guided them. Our engineers have guided the Rural Development Department how to implement, in what manner, how, as per the guidelines and specifications. I am sure they must have followed it, but this fund, PhD department, it's not in our control, directly from 15th Finance Commission to the RD department. So you better ask the RD department to get the correct answer.
All right. So also, since you are the minister, and I think you are the best person that can answer. So there are some serious allegations also in the report, which states that there are current officials of the PHED and also former officials of the PHED, which have been targeted in this report. So how would you like to report, or rather, what is your view on such claims? And do you believe that the officers in your department are actually responsible for such involvement of such misappropriation?
No. We are talking about last 5 years. It's concluding here. Absolutely not. I have complete faith and confidence in the department. It's very transparent. They are very efficient and competent engineers, whether retired or existing engineers. So I don't think this has anything to do with retired or former engineers who were in PhD department. Absolutely not. This is all baseless allegation, and department has been working on the guidelines issued by Ministry, Government of India, a responsible ministry, and department has no hand in the implementation, but yes, for supervision and specification adherence, department had played a important role, because we need to give technical assistance. All engineers from the divisions were all actively involved, but they have not done any contract. As far as it is in my knowledge, I don't think they have done contract, but they are not supposed to. We have not granted them to do new contract. As per the guideline, it has to go to the water and sanitation committees and contractors if the Watson committees feel that they want to involve a contractor. So basically, this has nothing to do with retired or incumbent engineers. Absolutely not. I am very thankful to them. Nagaland has a success story of Jal Jeevan Mission. Is one of the best performing state under small categories in the country. So the Jal Jeevan Mission implementation was successful. It was a third party collaboration, inspection, and then report was submitted. State government or state department PhD did not submit the report. The third party concurrence inspection has been appointed by the Ministry, Government of India, and not by state government. So we have no, I don't know when they come and check, when they go, when they're coming. They don't give us any information. They will come, they will do it themselves, and they'll give report. So on the basis of that report, we were given a performing state category under Jal Jeevan Mission. So this is the exact scenario of what has happened. The allegation, I was taken aback by this allegation, and I hope there is no ulterior motive to tarnish my image, because work has been done on ground, implemented on ground. But nevertheless, I am going to constitute inquiry committee from the department headed by Principal Secretary. I have had a telephonic discussion with Chief Engineers to see, because the public have a right to know, what is happening with the department. So I hope I have explained, but nevertheless I am going to constitute a committee, and the committee will submit a report to the government with all necessary documents. So I am thankful to this group. I've never heard about them. I'm just think, I read about them this morning. It's good to have this moral obligation. But sometimes you see our people, they're very naive, without knowing the exact situation, the internal affairs of any issue. We tend to take decision. Must have seen 1,712 crore. They must have gone berserk, must have gone crazy. But this has gone for implementation, and we have not received the complete funding. We still have to. We are yet to pay to the water and sanitation committees in the various districts. So there is a liability. These are all, like I said, a wholesome allegation. We have not received this amount. We are still anticipating funds from the ministry so that we can pay off the contractor as committed to water and sanitation committees. So this is what I can share about our department, and I'm happy they came out with all these questions, but without any confirmation they went to the public domain like this. Anyway, I forgive them. It's okay. Public have a right to know. Department will clarify further. And you see, Englishmen, they say little knowledge is dangerous. If this was in America, imagine, though we are a liberal democratic society, nation, it's okay. We can ask, inquire and learn. That's okay. But serious allegation on the department, which is not good. If it was somewhere else in other parts of the country like America, they will be sued. It is $1,000 million for tarnishing the image of the department. So I think we should be careful. We should try to ask and know the exact scenario, but not leveling allegations like this, calling CSOs for amalgamation, telling me to resign, passing all those statements.
So,
it is not justified.
so, sir, as the concerned minister, this is also now it's out in the public domain, like you have said, and the public needs to know. You have now clarified over the use of funds. So, would the department want to take any action on this particular group?
That department, I'm sure department will also sit, because this is a very allegation of very serious nature, and law will take its own course of action. At the same time, public needs to know the realities of each department, state government departments in Nagaland. But giving a blanket allegation like this without confirmation, without knowing from the department the exact status and modus operandi of how the department is functioning with certain schemes, whereas the flagship schemes of central government or any other schemes of the state government. So all these things should be asked in a dignified manner. It is their government. They have elected 60 of us, mandated government, lawful government. None of us, 60 of us, will never go against the wishes of our people. We are a welfare government. It's not a private government. We know. But we also need to change our mindset. So I think we'll have to be a little careful, all of us, including all these new organizations. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. But there is a way and there is a system. This is a direct attack on an individual and his image in the department. which means the government. It has become the nature of some of our organizations to come to one department and then shift another department. All this it's like it's a circle now. It's not good. This has to stop.
So in this regard, you were just talking about how the implementation of the Jal Jeevan mission started in 2019, and now the second phase is going to continue. So what are the new aspects of the implementation of the second phase of Jal Jeevan missions? And also regarding your department, PHED, what is in store, or rather in the future, what is about to happen with regard to JJM?
See, one, they have not declared the second scheme, but on the lines of source sustainability, which I've mentioned already, because that was recommended by us, access to bulk water, that was recommended by us through the department, and also in the conferences, water ministers conferences. So all those points will be taken into consideration, and they are yet to declare. So, but it will be in this direction. That's much I can say.
If today any Naga public would want to work with you over the implementation of JJM and over some of the events that you have gone and you've spoken to also, you have spoken about the success story. So would you be as confident as you have spoken on the stage to show them that the work has been done?
Absolutely. We have the completion reports, we have geotech, it's on Google. In some places we have issues like access to bulk water, source sustainability. Those areas we have requested the central government, ministry, to come to the rescue, because state has no fund, we have no resources of our own to start those projects. But these are genuine points to have access to water, because many villages, rural villages, we are still yet to complete, in a sense, need to have access to bulk water.
So that was the Minister of PHED who just confirmed and also responded to the allegations that Nagaland woke up reading the newspapers today. Well, the Minister has stated clearly that there are certain blanket allegations that have been charged against the department, and the department in its own wise sense would take its own course of action regarding these allegations. And also the Minister has stated that if today he has to work with any Naga public, he will be proud to show them the work that has been done. Well, that was the latest from Hornbill TV. For more reports like this, keep watching Hornbill TV.